El Kukui, how are you, my friend? You good?
How you doing, sir?
I'm very well indeed, Tony. How are you?
Doing excellent, man. Just doing some active rest right now.
Well, I've just been... Listen, man, I've been watching you on Instagram. I've seen you doing your thing. Backflips. Your little boy's going to be fuming because that looks like an incredible amount of fun. That's something that he would love to get into.
Man, the kid does this stuff all the time, man. I mean, everybody, I'm be real. Everything that I do, my kid does. From outside low singles and ankle picks to kicking ass, man. How's everything over there, man, through COVID season? How's the pandemic games going?
It's okay. It's starting to ease up a little bit. They're starting to allow us to do a lot more things. So fingers crossed we can start to travel a bit more and then we can get out and see you do your thing in the octagon sometime soon, eh?
Yeah, you guys don't want to see me fight. Come on, man. Nobody wants to see me do that. Nobody wants to see me do that kind of stuff. You know, I'm just wasting my time out here. You guys, you know what I mean? This stuff's lame.
Listen, before we get stuck into 256 and fights and various things like that, I want to offer you congratulations from everybody here at BT Sport and the UK fan base. We know that the Ferguson brood is growing, my friend. That is wonderful news. We wish you all the health and happiness in that process. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Yeah, just making sure we add into the team, dude, of greatness. So we'll just keep on adding in, man, and setting the example for these future young athletes.
Absolutely. Speaking of future young athletes, how is the Snapjitsu Academy going, my man? I saw that you did an open day recently, and it looked like it went really, really well. How's it going?
The CSO Academy is doing amazing, dude. Built it from the ground up myself, and take very good pride in that because, like I said, when you're doing something, you want to do it right. It's kind of like think about it like the Three Little Pigs. You can build it out of sticks, you can build it out of whatever, you know what I mean? And then you build it out of bricks. My platform is so good, and it's the same thing like I did for the UFC. I'm one of the most reliable fighters that is out there. When the company goes through turmoil, who are they going to turn to? They're at the end of the year, right? I saw that there was everybody dies off towards the end of the year. I always crush numbers. From the numbers from the last time when there was nothing going on, when it flatlined, and Snapjitsu, Snapdown City Academy, the skyline was the only heartbeat that was still available. We're getting the messages from Trump relayed over to Dana, and Dana's saying, hey, are you in, kid? I'm saying, yeah, absolutely. And then we had assholes like interviewers and people like they couldn't keep their mouths shut, and they were ruining the party for everybody. And so like we had a 72-hour window where we were trying to figure everything out, and the communication between like just a very few of us in the UFC brass and myself and my agents, we made that happen. This fight is no different than anything like that. When they needed somebody to come in and not save the day, it ain't about that. When they needed somebody to come in and pull the company through turmoil, they can rely on me.
Justin, I think it's important that you remind people of that because at 249, like you said, we were in a very different situation that we're in right now. The world didn't have sports. The UFC was on lockdown. And 249 was a very important moment, not just for the UFC and mixed martial arts, but for sports in general. And to have you compete at that event was incredibly important. So to take it with all the narrative that went along with it, because you were supposed to be fighting Khabib, of course. Then it went to Justin, and it was all on short notice. I think it's important to remind people of that
Let's
commitment.
Go case law. Anytime that Khabib has ever signed on the line, he's never showed up. Okay? Are you talking about like one time at UFC 209? I was practicing at one of the gyms that were one of his trainers that was in his camp made a phone call after he saw me sparring during weight cut day on Thursday. And then we didn't have a UFC 209 card. So I'm calling him out on that punk ass. Anytime that I've ever showed up, and I beat that dude in the garage, and then I have a full-out academy now, the kid's never going to show up. So we're disregarding him. Gaethje was the only one that showed up that had the balls to do it. And same thing with Charles Bronx. Now, Bronx and everybody else, they have their issues, and they got their things with weight cuts and everything, same as Khabib, and they use it as excuses. I'm the most realist fighter that's out there, and I don't have to toot my own horn, man, but it's nothing like that. I go out there and do this stuff for myself and for you. Not just myself anymore, for you guys. I know what I'm fighting for. At UFC 249 it was, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unprecedented things, a bunch of different things that were going on. People forget that we went out there, and it was like apocalypto. When I showed up there, everybody had fear on their face. And I carried my belt, and everybody's like, well, why do you carry your belt? Well, it's because it gave people a little bit of slightly little hope, remembering why we're there doing what we're doing. You know, we had this scare with Jacare, everyone was there, and then everybody, it was the exact thing. It was like it was like everybody got fear, and I saw it. So the one thing that we could have did was play the music and just being like lighthearted and kept smiling and making sure that everybody understood that we're there for the sole purpose for as a team. We're doing something for the world. And what I love about it is the people that were there still remember it, but the people that watch the fight forget because they're assholes. And they forget that all the stuff that we risked to be able to go out there and entertainers and athletes alike We go out there and we risk our health and our lives to be able to go out there and then do this shit. But yeah, people want to come on our stuff, be on Twitter and do other things and be like, oh, you got hit, or you got you're lucky I didn't finish him in the first round, and you're lucky you got 5 fucking rounds. One uppercut knocked him on his ass. I'm not going to say much more than that.
Listen, we got a fight of the year, and the fans thank you for that. No question about it, my man. You, with what you're saying there, do you look back at the process with any regret whatsoever in taking it? Because there was a lot of risk on your part to do that.
What am I going to do with another interim belt? What am I going to do with another interim belt? Come on, man. Literally, look, Justin, you're welcome. You got it. Look, he said he didn't want to fight. Aliv Delaziz is going to absolutely throw anybody that he possibly can. I understand the game. I've been in this game for 10 plus years with the UFC. I started from the mail room, and I'm working my way up to the apex, man. And literally, anybody can kiss my ass and suck my because I'm going to be real. Nobody's paying my bills. Nobody else is paying my bills. I'm doing it. I'm having my stuff. I'm making sure I'm taking care of business, and I'm making sure that the brands that I represent are really, really put out there. And the people that trust me and that can help support me, I'm going to carry them with me, dude, hand in hand.
If you're happy with build up and obviously risking what you risked and put it all on the line for us.
There was a lot of things going on, and I like getting hit. I was telling Gaethje, and I was encouraging him. I'm the type of guy that encourages his opponent to beat his ass. Think about that. I'm the kind of guy because I want to see somebody try to go in there and really try to take the belt from me. And Gaethje, he went in there and he did his thing, man. But I want to be real. Subconsciously, I wanted to get hit. There was so much going on in the world. I felt like I needed to be that guy, and I was. So you guys are welcome. It won't happen again. I'm not going to scare my supporters' kids anymore, because when I heard this, I heard that my supporters, I don't call them fans, I call them supporters. When my supporters' kids were even crying,
yeah,
I said, you know what? I can't do that, because my kid doesn't even cry. He doesn't even cry with that. I go up to him and I said, let's take a picture. He puts his hand on his face like this, because he's like, you got hit, Dad. And I said, I know, but he knows that I'm tough as and my kid is tough as so is my wife. We're a solid family, and we got this. And what I remember is that is what carried me through. When I sent that video of me dancing, right, I thought about absolutely everybody out there that was thinking about like all the me, and there was a bunch of stuff that was going on. That same night, somebody got shot, somebody got stabbed, and they were on the right side and the left side of me, and these dudes were in worse pain than me. And so I took my pride and I took it, and I said, you know what? There's other people in the world doing much more stuff that I can do. Quit bitching, get your ass together, get the circulation in your legs so you don't have to have surgery anymore, and make sure you demonstrate to all these younger athletes and all these other people that are hurting in the world that there is hope, and you can do it by moving. Everybody wants to sit down and they want to be handed to them. Nothing's going to get handed to you. You got to get off your ass and get out there and do it.
Tony, would you put that down as your biggest strength? Physically, you're an unbelievable athlete, right? But the mental strength that you have shown this year off the back of that is extraordinary. There's not a lot of people that could do that type of vibe, man.
I grew up around humility my whole entire life. I grew up around my father, my dad, stepdad surrounded me around kids with autism and Down syndrome, guys that were like 40-some years old. I thought they were 12. Going into places and dances with girls that you never thought you would go to dances with, and like different things that I grew up humiliating, but never thought about it as that, because I like to have fun. Now, everybody can make a meme out of it, and they can do that and have fun. That's awesome. It's because it's entertainment. It's a character that I've created for that as far as UFC, because it's entertainment. A lot of people, they don't know me, and it's not for them to know me. That's only for my close circle and everybody else, man. The interviews I do on Embedded and Countdown, I don't like doing that stuff. It's over embellished, man. Even on Fox, I don't like to do that. I don't, ask stupid questions. You're going to get stupid answers. Like if you're paddling upstream in a canoe and a wheel falls off, how many pancakes can you fit in a doghouse? Did he say? And I take notes from my dad. My dad, because anytime I would be pitching, right, I would be throwing, and I couldn't get out of an inning because I was always up here. And he knew it. He would tell me something so stupid that it would throw me off. And then I would be like, what the f***? And then he'd give me the ball back in my hand and we're out. Let's go home, man. Like literally, let's get the job done and let's go. Let's do it right the first time and let's get the out of here. Yeah. And this is exactly what we're here at UFC 256. We did all this stuff, the haze in the barn, like my coach Brock used to tell me, and I remembered exactly why I'm here, and that's for me and not for anybody else.
Do you use those lessons that you gained from your dad in your own coaching now when you're at the academy?
Yes, not just my own. So that's why I asked me who my coach is.
Who's your coach?
Nobody. I don't have a coach. I haven't had a real coach in a very long time. I've had a lot of good trainers. And what I try to do is I try to find somebody that I could give props to, because nobody wants to listen to somebody that doesn't have a coach. But I've been in athletics for 30 plus years, and I've had the greatest coaching from state championship football, state championship wrestling, national championships with wrestling, and team national championship with wrestling. I know how to take a team from the bare minimals, teach them about 8 to 10 moves, and teach them to win nationals. I can do that. I know how to do it because I have point and proven, started from the very bottom with no home, doing nothing, all the way to what I have right now. I'm building my academy. I'm case law right there. It can happen if you keep your mouth shut, you keep your mind open, and you keep working your ass off. This is why we're here, man. And this is the world of reality right now, and it's real. And the biggest thing right now is that this is a time of need where everybody needs to see us compete, and we're here right now.
Mate, it's inspirational. There's a lot of people out there that need that inspiration, and it's refreshing to hear someone like yourself speaking that way. It's all about work. It's all about work, man. Put the work in.
It's work, man, and it's keeping it fresh, like movement with the MINT is what my biggest thing is. A lot of people, they forget that, stagnant water, man, stale water is not good. You have to keep moving. You have to keep flowing. And, Bruce Lee had it only half correct, be like water. No, contain the water, you know what I mean? Be that motherfucker that can hold it. Just like that. And when you're doing like all these moves, and you think about it, like when you have the water bowl, and you're doing all these different types of kung fu movements, and you're being able to harness everything, like especially even chi, and you in all these different elements as far as in martial arts, nobody has touched base on it. And I've been doing hard body style training forever. Think about it. I don't even take a knee in my academy. When I'm tired, I walk around. I say air is up. I say in your nose, out your mouth. And look, it showed in the fight. Not one time did I get knocked down. Mm-hmm. I don't take knees, dog. I don't do it. I never have in sports, and I've always won't do it ever again. Never.
Listen, when we can travel, I'm inviting myself to your gym, mate, and you can do it. I want to see it. I want to be a part of it. It's inspiring. Listen, let's talk about 255. We'll talk 256 in a minute, but how close were we to getting you on 254? Was it really close, you and Poirier?
I don't know. That dude's a bitch. I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? He's a bitch. Connor's a bitch. And Gaethje and Khabib's a bitch. All three of them. I saw a false shuffle coming on. I saw that they were going to take the number 2 and number 4 and then put him over me, and then another one with Chandler, another one, and do that and put me at number 5. That not happening. I've been with this company for a very, very long time. It's happened once before with Conor. Not happening. There's no management to do bad business behind my back anymore with Paradigm Sports Management. You can't be using that, and you manipulating the system along with the UFC to get that money. Those guys owe me like $500,000. You got to understand that. So Conor, he's in debt with me. So I'm coming after that ass. That's why he's laughing anytime I post something, and that's why he's trying to stay in the. You see Proper 12 everywhere. They want him to be a champ. Dog, you and your 7-headed snake. Cut your bitch ass off.
I asked that question because I saw obviously you on social media, kind of implying that you were trying to get Dustin a little bit more money in order to make the fight. How far down the line did that go?
I don't know, dude. I'm not even worried about it anymore. You got to think about it. He's like a gym hoe. You want to go to like whoever's going to give you the most attention instead of doing your own thing. That means you have no background, no backbone, no backbone. You have to have somebody hold your hand. Sorry, son, not my watch. I built my academy from the ground up by myself. With the park, I started helping people lose hundreds of pounds at the park, bro. Not just one person, a couple people, because I couldn't afford it. And I asked them, hey, just bear with me. In a couple years, I will have my spot in you. And I talk a big game, but I back it the up. And like I said, you could build it out of sticks or you can build it out of bricks. And that's still not out of brick. I don't know what it is, man, but the solid foundation is there, man. It's concrete.
Listen, 256, you and Charles. From a fan's point of view, I'm looking at that, and I'm absolutely thirsty for this fight. I'm looking at him. I'm looking at you, both incredible strikers, both guys that love to take necks and cash them checks. Are you looking forward to the challenge and the competition of fighting a rounded mixed martial artist?
Absolutely. I'm a wrestler. I come from a wrestling background. I played football, so I'm not a running back. I'm a cornerback. I'm used to chasing after people. And that's how it was, defense wins strong games, man. You get that ball back, you do it. In baseball, you got to know where the play is going to be before it is there. I knew that we were going to fight. He's a game opponent. I'm very game. He says he's a better wrestler and a better striker. Awesome. Good job. I'm not going to tell you you're not. That's your opinion, which is I'll respect your opinion. But you got to respect my opinion. I'm going to come after your ass, Charles. Chuck. Call me Chuck.
I saw your Instagram post about weight. I agree with you on fighters purposely missing weight. He hasn't missed weight ever at 155, but if he does come over, you're making a stance.
stance or nothing, man. I said my point. I already told them exactly what the they were thinking. So I just took that element out of surprise. So you know what? Now it's in the back of their head. So, pay me 20%.
If he goes ahead, he makes weight. What does a win against Charles Oliveira put you in this division? Surely
a Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, my wife, I had to leave the table hungry. So some advice to all you guys out there in the world. A compliment to a chef. If you ever go out to a restaurant, restaurants are kind of closed right now. So compliment to the chef is you always leave the table hungry. You leave a little bit of piece of food on the plate, just so you know. I come from hospitality management, bartender. So I'm doing that. So it's one of those things that you start to do that, and it's a little bit more respect for yourself and respect for the person that makes your food, and it's fulfilling that way. And it's just overall better for yourself, man.
I think that originates in Asia, doesn't it? It's an Asian thing, is to leave a little bit behind.
I have no idea. I'm gonna be real. Wherever, and the funny thing is around the same times where things originated, creative minds think alike. Because sometimes people say, "Oh, you took that from me. Oh, you took that." No, man, it might have been just around the exact same time that everybody was starting to think. It's because times, man, the first or the second or whoever. I don't give a shit. You're gonna pinpoint everybody around the globe and say like you're the first one. Can't. You really can't. No, dude. What's the oldest sport in history? Wrestling.
There you go. Listen. Recently in the division 155, Khabib said that he's retiring. We're being told that he's not retiring. What do you make of it all? Because it kind of leaves a lot of questions in the division as to where the direction of the division is going.
Just like Dana says, Dana's one of my greatest mentors, and so is Fertitta, and a lot of my like Brock, and these guys. They tell me, you save your money, pay your taxes, don't buy stupid shit. Like that's what they tell you. And the same thing, I'm not going to worry about them. I don't give a about Khabib. Case law says he's never going to show up. He's never going to show up. Ali Abdelaziz does not. They don't want that. I'm not worried about it. I have his full dossier. Did you know I measured him with my weight belt? Think about that. When I put my belt, when I put it out there, I measured how far it was from me to Khabib because I used my belt as a measuring stool. When he walked up, I saw and I went to pick it up, and I could have almost touched his knee. And you saw me hitting Gaethje's knee, right? And the same thing. When I picked it up again, I almost touched his ankle. And this dude, I got a full dossier on this guy. I even learned a little bit of Russian. We keep it special with this motherfucker, and I'm ready. So if he wants to step across that dotted line, he's got something because he owes me 20 push-ups and $200K. And I'm coming back with interest because you don't make my homeless over here do push-ups and make fun of him and then run. I'll come and hunt your ass down.
Is the target still UFC gold, Tony?
It's a wet dream. I don't give a about the gold anymore, man. I have a piece of gold that's worth more than anybody. This much different for me now. Everybody can have the belt and they can be in title contention, this and that, or BMF belt. It's a shit only division. I don't give a anymore. I said the same thing. I'm going to make the weight and I'm going to feel great and I'm going to fight this weekend. If the chance of opportunity comes up in the belt, I'm not going to be surprised if it's going to be a interim belt. They don't want me to have a title. I'm Mexican, bro. Yes, I'm Mexican American. They don't want to see a brown man get down. They want to keep me down. I'm saying it right now. I said it to Dana and I said it to everybody. I got a lot of respect for the company, but damn it, dude. What else is the problem? What? I'm American and I'm Mexican with the last name Ferguson, with the nickname El Cucuy. How up is it that I don't have a title with a 12-fight win streak and 8 years without a loss? Never got a title shot. Let's see. Case law.
That title shot might be coming very soon, Tony. I've got a funny feeling, my man. If you keep doing your thing.
I'm going to keep doing my thing, but you know what? If it's not up to my standards, maybe, dude. I've got trophies. I got a Fighters Only Award trophy. I got an Ultimate Fighter trophy. I've got plenty of rings from high school to state championships, to national championships, to team championships. I got lots of medals, and I got all these certificates. Why am I going to be greedy towards the next generation? I'm going to keep fighting. I'm going to keep creating these super fights, and I'm just going to keep creating opportunity for myself and my family so that way I can keep paying bills and not taking tips anymore.
After this, do you want the winner of McGregor and Poirier?
I don't care. I'm just worried about Oliveira right now. And no disrespect on that one. No disrespect.
No.
It's just, I don't care anymore. I'm worried about, not worried. I'm focused. I'm Chuck.
Do you know something? It's so good to hear you speaking like this, man. Finally, give me the prediction. What are we getting at the weekend when we tune in?
I don't know, but you guys don't illegally stream this because I'm fighting. You guys make sure you guys pay or you're going.
Of course, man. Of course, we're the TV broadcaster in the UK.
I know. I'm just playing. I'm gonna be real. All my supporters, they're the realest, and that's why I fucking love you guys from the bottom of my heart to the tip top of my nose. I love you guys. You guys have always been there from the lowest to the lowest to the highs, and seen me with the ride. And this is cool. This is me. This is real me. I love you guys, and nothing's gonna change. So I'm fighting for each and every one of you again.
Listen, the UK fans absolutely love you. Go well at the weekend, and once again, a happy, healthy pregnancy for your wife, and welcome that new one into the world, man. Take care, buddy.
Hey, you're badass, man. BT Sport.
See you, mate. Bye-bye.